Gutfoxx Tree here. So, we got a lot of thoughts on our initial impressions, not necessarily thoughts. We got, like, what, a week left of the beta to test it, go over it. But initial impressions, day one, streaming, playing the game, seeing other people, what they're saying. We got some thoughts, okay? I'm just going to go through a quick list right here. I got it all laid out, and then we'll kind of, like, go into it more depth by depth. So, here's on the agenda, right? Okay, the PCI change is kind of cool, okay? Hitting talk. We're talking about pitching talk. With the meta we can see, captains, pitching, fielding, and then some mystery changes. So what do we want to do first? I'm really interested in the mystery changes, but let's go through some clips here from the stream. One thing that we see is animated card art here, so that's kind of cool. We got some animated card art. At least Bruce Hooper's card right there was animated, and there's plenty of other animated cards. That's just one of them. I think first I want to give my impressions around pitching. Basically, pitching is exactly the same, right? A lot of what you see in pitching here, I think the sinker cutter meta is still going to be here. At least, I will say with pitching, you're going to watch me throw a low changeup. There's going to be two things on this, okay? Low changeups, curveballs. You still see a little bit of the hang that you saw in previous years, and I'll show you in a second what I'm talking about. But you can actually strike people out on low curves now. They won't all just be falled off and basically a useless pitch. So I think curveballs might be used a little bit more this year since they are swing and miss pitches. Same with changeups low, but changeups were always good. I think they'll be even more effective this year as most effective pitch like in the MLB. All right, so watch this. Swing and a miss on a changeup. Awesome. But what did you notice about that, right? What did you notice? Let's go back to the feedback. Too early. Awesome. Okay, so we got that. There's no PCI again this year. I wonder if I can, like, make this a little bit bigger for y'all. But if you look at that last pitch, right? So we do see their swing time. We don't see their PCI. We saw it 2 years ago, but it was a little inconsistent to take away. I want to show you something, okay? So when you throw a perfect pitch, right? Where it says, see how it said accuracy 100%? That's supposed to be a perfect pitch, okay? Now, you'll see something. The par shows up right here, right? This par that you had. And the ball is supposed to be inside the par region, remember? And it's not that way. SDS lies to us. It's actually fake news. And this is something we've suspected that, like, you know, EA just, I keep saying EA because this is, you know, some scummy stuff. SDS, it doesn't. This is what we talk about when it hangs, right? Perfect should be there. Like, it's on the edge, right? But shouldn't the ball be in the par, like they said, if it's perfect? If the par shows up, the pitch is perfect. That's what we've seen. The par showed up, the pitch was perfect, accuracy 100%. It literally says perfect at the top there. And it's out of the par region. So hopefully that's something they fix before launch. This is a beta, so we're not going to kill them too much. But this is exactly what happened last year. This is why people always hated curveballs and changeups. Because they hang. And pitches hang. Sliders hang. All these things went out of the par region. So it should be submerged in the power region, in my opinion. Like if it was, you know, if this outer edge was right here, that'd be different. Okay? But that's actually, we see it with our own eyes. That's what the hanging pitching is. Otherwise, pitching's almost exactly the same from last year. Let's go on and move to hitting. I'm very excited about, well, let's talk about, because it's kind of related to pitching, there is a little bit of mystery here. And Cbrev deleted a tweet. And so I remember the tweet. I didn't take a screenshot of it, but Scuffy said, feels like variable strike zone's on, or am I crazy? He said something like, it's a mystery, winky face, or he said something along those lines. Cbrev, don't do this. Don't let strikes be balls and balls be strikes. They won't be. Okay, so basically, what I think the mystery changes that SDS didn't announce, I'm pretty sure pitch framing comes into effect, right? If you guys know what pitch framing is, some catchers are really good at framing, right? Some catchers are good at, like, getting strikes for their pitches and others aren't. So I would imagine catcher fielding, just like first base fielding is coming into if they're going to pick the ball out the dirt if you're on a yellow throw. I think catcher framing will get you extra strikes on the strike zone. So, like, there's a reason to use good fielding catchers now. You know, really there wasn't one last year that much other than trying to throw guys out, but you will get strikes on the edge that you won't otherwise. And balls will be called in the strike zone that otherwise won't be. Now, this isn't the one, but there was a clip. I wasn't able to find it. Sorry, it was a long stream. I wasn't able to find it where the ball was basically in the strike zone against me. And it was called a ball. And I was like, whoa. That's the worst thrown. That's the best thrown ball I've ever seen in my life in MLB The Show. So it feels like it's variable, but I'm pretty sure catch framing is on. And I think that's something, I don't know why they announced. That's a really cool change. I don't know why they didn't announce that. Really cool change, okay? So that's like the big mystery. And I think that's what it is. That's my thing. And then so Brett deleted his tweet, so it's clearly something they didn't want us to know. Okay, anyways. So with that said, what else? Hitting. Hitting feels so much better. So much more rewarding. I feel so much more powerful. If that makes sense, where I actually get it in my PCI and it does what it seems like it does. So like that StatCast thing where, launch angle, exit velo, and it goes there. When it's in my PCI with good timing, I feel like I really get the ball behind it. I will say I still have perfect outs. I still have really good timing, really good hit outs. That to me is just baseball. Like that meme is okay, right? Where it actually is hit really well. But the issue was last year and in years past, when we squared up balls, it gave us really bad results. So that was frustrating. But like the results, it's still line drives, but you can line drive at people. But I feel like it's a little bit better than it was. Well, more than a little bit. But we'll see how I just. My biggest concern is that SDS might see like averages are too high or something and then change it and make it way worse. That's my biggest concern with MLB Show's tech. I really hope they don't change hitting that much right now going forward. I really hope they keep it. It feels good. It feels rewarding. Even with like silvers, bronzes that I was using in BR, it still felt good enough. People are complaining about lack of power. I don't think there was a lack of power at all. I thought it played really well. I was a big fan of how they did this game, at least so far. All right. I do want to show off captains in a second. I'll swing back to that. Fielding on the fence, I don't like it. I'm not really used to it as far as the fielding throwing where the meter is moving and then your thing is moving and then you kind of got to like match it up. I like routine ground balls. I don't like I don't know, randomness in fielding. It seems stupid to miss routine ground balls as outs. I will say though, false steps definitely feel very noticeable on bad fielders. They will take false steps in the outfield. Huge W. First baseman fielding mattering. They'll drop balls in the dirt side. Josh Bell missed a ball that I accidentally yellow throwed from like Trey Turner or something. So that's a big W. Let's talk. I think what else I want to talk about. I kind of got through all of it. The last thing I want to talk about is the captain card. So on stream today, I discovered this, and shoot. What else? How else do I find it? Let's just go to my stream. This is one thing I forgot to actually bring up. Videos, recent broadcast. So, what I was able to do during this is, dang, where is it now? I'm trying to look for it here on the stream, but I was able to find out. I'm just playing the game here, aren't I? Yeah, I think it might have been in here then. It was further up in the stream. I'm changing settings. Open some packs. Yeah, so anyways, I was able to find Brooks Robinson. See how it has captain right there? Okay, so this is what captains are. So captain boost. Whoops. What did I do? Go back. Go back a little bit, Fox. So this captain boost. Dang it. Basically, there's like 3 tiers to it. And it doesn't look like it's theme team or anything. It looks like there are roster building restrictions. Okay, so 0 out of 4. If you look at the far tier 1 boost, +5 contact right and left. Then we get 10, and then we get +15 for tier 3 boost. We'll go through tier 3 in a second. So 0 out of 4 captain boosts. Greater than 90 fielding, less than 60 base speed. So I found a few guys like this. Okay. And I had, like, Kevin Youkilis is one of them. There was a bronze catcher and then somebody else. And I got my tier 1 boost all the way active, okay? I didn't see it change either the cards that were supposed to be boosted or this card's contact at all. So I think that this wasn't supposed to be there. As I saw people had trouble finding this earlier. Wait, let me see. Dude, I might have it on my screen right here. I don't know why I went back to stream. But I use it right here. All right, Brooks Robinson is one of them. Let me look at them. Yeah, so they took it away. It clearly wasn't meant to be there. They patched it out or whatever they did, but Brooks Robinson, it is no longer here. Okay, so they got rid of the captain's thing that was there earlier. So a little bit of a leak here. So it was kind of hard to find guys like this. It was very restrictive, but it is kind of cool that we are getting the boost. I wish it was theme team related more than like, you know, attribute related, but I guess they didn't want to copy Madden too bad on it. Plus 15, you needed 10 guys like that, so you had to find some pitchers like that too, it looks like too. I think it was only the guys, it said on your squad. Okay, so it might be able to be on the bench also, but then who cares about boosting your bench? But I guess the bench would be used for like the 0 out of 7. I will say, like, you don't really need to use the bench as much anymore. You know, you don't have the pinch hitter. You will be able to play a little bit of lefty-righty matchups now going forward. That will help late in games, early in games too. That's a pretty big deal. Lineup screens change. It's like the whole screen now for this part, and then go over here to switch your batting order. Your pitchers are way down here just by pressing down. I never changed my bullpen, but there's some nice bullpen arms in here. We got the Bard. I prefer... Danny Bard's cool, but I prefer Bob Cleric instead of the Bard. Bard's kind of... Anyways, dumb joke, I know. So, overall, it's a W. Overall, it's a W. Obviously, it's still early on. We'll still give it a shot. Still see what else is happening as far as this game and how good it is. Who else? Who's a good one? Is Kirby any good? Kirby's never good, right? Yeah, we'll put in Kirby's good. Yeah, Kirby's good. Yeah, that's my initial impressions. That's it for the video. Let me know what you guys thought. I'll keep playing it. I'll keep playing it tonight, obviously. How was your guys' first day? What do you think of the show? So far, W hitting. Pitching is the exact same. Captains look like a slight W. I'm looking for more like DD hooks, but they might not do a DD one for a while, so we'll find out about that. Fielding, throwing, I'm on the fence about. False steps are definitely cool. Catcher framing is really cool. Animated card art's really cool. And that's it. Bye.